Ladies and gentlemen, my name is the Valiant David Common, and I recently posted my final and last video for Gotham Knights. So, here's my honest review of the game. First of all, I'm not coming to here to say the game is garbage, the game is trash, I wasted my money, because truth is, the game is fun. In my honest opinion, I like the game. The game is good. I like it. So, okay, let's go step by step. Uh, let's talk about the fighting. The fighting I think was good. It's not as great as other games I've played, like Spider Man. But I don't want to compare it to Spider Man because I feel like it's kind of unfair. Because Spider Man is just Spider Man, and obviously it was way better. But and I see a lot of people are making have a little issue of comparing Gotham Knights to other big games, and saying, "Oh, well, this game was better and it came out earlier." Well, uh, okay, um, I don't think we should compare Gotham. I think we should let Gotham Knights have its own price and not just whenever we think about it. It has to be think about the Arkham games, Spider Man. I don't want to have to think of that every time I play the game, and I don't think every people should be thinking like that because then it kind of like ruins the game because the truth is the game is good. It's just not as great as past games. So and the gameplay is good and I like the finishers. The finishers are really like at the end when like you're the last opponent and then you do the animation thingy. I like those. They're really fun. But I like the upgrades because I like that each character has kind of different upgrades, and I kind of I have a little issue. I feel like some of them could be used for all of them. Like Robin has a upgrade where he can like stealth attack a big opponent, but the thing is none of the other characters have that. So none of the other characters can stealthily attack a big criminal, which is annoying because that would be useful. I don't want to have to just play as Robin every time I want to sneak attack a big person. But but um, but yeah, I do like that every character actually plays different. There's like I can't like tell any really difference. All of them play differently, like and but I'll go through all the characters' kind of gameplay how I liked it. Robin, I didn't play Royal Robin on the channel. The reason I didn't is I guess because okay, so at first I didn't want to play him because like the thing is because again it's like Robin. I guess at first I thought okay he's a kid. What am I gonna do with Robin? Then towards when I was finishing up the game, um, I I played Robin for free roaming. And it's actually really fun to play as. So if you guys ever want to see me play I have an idea. If you guys want to, only if you want to, if you guys want to see me play the full game with only Robin, I will do that. But or just show you Robin. And I don't look. I'm not gonna make any more Gotham Knights videos unless you guys request something for me to do in the Gotham Knights. So and okay, so Robin and the teleportation thing I don't really like because I don't really need it unless I can full on teleport like to the whole other side of Gotham. But you can't really do that, and also I have just fast travel, so it wouldn't be a big point. And yeah, honestly, there's no point except just to travel a little teleport, just to look cool and travel like a little bit over like further. But honestly, it doesn't really matter. But as momentum ability, and I like that the sticky, that he's like his slingshot thingy, like you can shoot on the ground and then someone steps on it and it booms down. Or Robin is really fun to play as. Um, back row. I mean, we all know what. If you don't play back row for this reason, then I don't know. I mean, I know everybody plays back row plays for this the big reason. because she is um, she has a a very, how do I say it, a very very nice set of gear, because her gear is really different from all the other characters. All the other characters has really different gear, and I feel like I honestly like Batgirl's. I mean, I think if I had to say who has the best gear, I have to say maybe either Nightwing or not. Honestly, I don't like most of Nightwing's gear. I mean, they're cool, but like I honestly kind of like the suits. But okay, let me get off topic. Okay, let me be honest. When Batgirl's running around, we all know if we played an eye tracker challenge, we'd all fail. That's all I'm about to say. Okay, what am I talking about? Yeah, we all play her because of that bunda, the thickness, bro. The thickness. I don't know why I brought my teddy bear up here. I just something came over me that I felt like I had to do that. But yes, and also because, and also she's fun to play as. So, yeah, I like her, and I liked her side, I liked her side missions with the whole Jimmy Core. I honestly, okay, I'll talk. I don't want to, cause right now I'm kind of mixing everything together. I need to go step by step. So very fun to play as Batgirl. Red was also probably my main. Okay, one problem I have is I can't kill. How do I get all these the color sets? Honestly, how do I get all these color sets? I played this game for like so long. I don't know how do I get all these color sets. I think I like 7 or 6 for each character, and there's like 20 of those. So like I don't. And I played through the whole story. I played everything. I don't know how to get those, but I'm guessing I have to do like I don't know something maybe. Or collect all your batarangs. Oh yeah, you had to do that. You had to collect batarangs or something. But I didn't really. I mean, I occasionally found one and took it, but honestly, I'm not gonna search through the whole city just to get some another momentum ability, which I'm not gonna need because I've basically finished with the game. And also, okay, one big thing this game does well, grinding. Because there's a lot of stuff you can do in this game. There's a lot of grinding things you can do. You can do these side activities for like Lucius Fox or something, and like other side characters. You can find all these batarangs, and also they're super hard to find. And also there's little marks, there's white marks that sometimes occasionally see on a building or just place, and I have to find it, which is super annoying sometimes. But yeah, this game really heavily focuses on grinding, which I like. Because, okay, and Nightwing, one of the problem I have is that I feel like sometimes he does too many flips that it leaves me open for attacks, and I'd rather him just. I mean, I don't. Obviously, it makes sense. Nightwing doing flips, but I don't like that. It kind of sabotages me. But okay, my dog's barking. But um, honestly, I got the suit for Nightwing. It's amazing. Okay, a lot of Nightwing for suits, the transmog suits. I think Nightwing might have the best. Like honestly, like he has so many cool ones. But okay, now the story, and this is kind of where I'm not so sure about. Okay, the story itself is not bad. I don't mind it, but okay. Let's get to the main point. I do not like Talia al Ghul as to be the main villain. I have multiple reasons. The main reason is because the Court of Owls is a way more interesting villain than Talia al Ghul. I don't know why they decided to make Talia al Ghul the main villain, like instead of the Court of Owls. The Court of Owls is definitely more interesting. Talia al Ghul. I think the reason I did it because the game really focuses on fighting, and like it doesn't. They can't. I guess they couldn't figure out something with fighting the Court of Owls except just fighting a bunch of talents, which I had to do that. I guess they couldn't find anything like really unique to do. I think with Court of Owls it's easier to make a show or movie surrounding them than a video game, because a video game you have to fight them. So the only thing I come up with is I have to fight like he would either become a super talent or something, or he gets some like owl suit or something, which I don't know. It just but the problem with Talia al Ghul is she's not. I mean, I like Talia al Ghul. I always like Talia al Ghul. But if I had to choose Quarter Owls, Talia al Ghul, I'm choosing Quarter Owls because they're more interesting. But and I feel like they could. The one poor problem they had was developing the characters. Now, the only way to really see development between the characters is to watch the cutscenes, which well, I did that, and they're good cutscenes. But I feel like during the story mode, they should also have some scenes where the characters are like arguing or something, like character building, and they don't really do that often in the game. And end of the game, it doesn't feel like the characters really change. They really just like figured out how to beat them, and it's like another day at work. Like nothing. The characters, there's not like a big thing that the characters went through that changed their whole life. That made them rethink or like made them like do something different. They really are exactly the same from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. But I do think that the game kind of expects you going into it that you know the characters, which makes sense. But I think but I don't think that's such a big. I think I'm kind of nitpicking now. I think, um, yeah, they do really assume you to know the characters, and I'm assuming most people kind of know most of these characters, like at least a little bit. But okay, what other things? So graphics. I don't honestly don't have a problem with graphics. I've never had a problem with graphics, unless it looks super cartoony. Then it doesn't. Graphics are not something. I mean, no. Okay, graphics do matter to me, but it's not something that can really take down the game for me. I'll still play a game even if it doesn't have the greatest graphics of all time, and I'll still enjoy the game. Like graphics won't break, like make or break a game for me, honestly. But and also with the story, I did. There wasn't so many memorable boss fights in the story. Most of them were towns, and or ninjas, and at the and literally like I literally can go across Gotham City and I literally fight the same people again. But like literally, I remember the big gladiator town was a boss. Now he's literally just a regular criminal, which I don't really like. Because okay, I guess with Batman, the Arkham games they really had more iconic. I think they could have like fit some like I don't know, some like um, villains in there like Killer Croc or Scarecrow, because those characters don't really need such a big story behind them, and I feel like they could easily just be there to fight, or even no Bane maybe less, but um, the side stories like with Harley Quinn, Mister Freeze, and Clayface, they were kind of iffy for me. I like the Harley Quinn one. The Harley Quinn one was interesting, and I like the story behind it. It felt kind of weird because I felt like they could have had a more creative idea, especially with Harley Quinn. Like instead of just having her mind control over people, I think they could have had more interesting things with her. Because it's Harley Quinn, you can really do anything with Harley Quinn. It would kind of make sense. She's crazy, but it was really fun. I honestly liked it. Honestly, that's probably my favorite. Like if I had to say story wise, from all the side missions, I'll give it the Harley Quinn one. The Clayface one was kind of The story was just really. Oh, wait, I'm not finished with Harley Quinn one. The boss fight was easy. I think it's the easiest boss fight in the game, and also because I already had so much experience and like attributes by like that time. But Harley Quinn was really fun. Honestly, I honestly would love to replay it. I think it can, but on like a super maximum difficulty, which I might do. But okay, and miss the Cliff. Yeah, okay. Cliff in story was Cliff's one was really weird because I felt like it had a good story for it. It just I feel like they just rushed it and didn't explain anything. Like they could explain why he lost his memory, why he wants to, because only the only, okay one the premise was that he was trying to recreate what supposedly Batman did to him, because according to him Batman did something bad to him, and he doesn't remember. he just remembers Batman doing something bad to him. They could explore it into that. Like, I'm not saying there has to be the big story. I'm just saying they could have used like a little bit more to explain like how he lost his memory, and what his goal was. But the boss fight was interesting. I honestly liked the boss fight. And the Mr. Freeze one, the Mr. Freeze one was confusing because first of all, his motives didn't make any sense. If you watch my Mr. Freeze video, I talk about a whole bunch. What's his motive? Honestly, what's his motive? He really does not have a motive at all. Because it would have made sense if like he was trying to save his wife, which is usually the story they go for. But he was not trying to save his wife. He was just trying to freeze Gotham City for whatever reason. I guess in the end he's crazy, so why not? And so I'll give it. The boss fight was really fun, and I'm not talking about the first boss fight. The first boss fight was easy. The second boss fight was really fun to do. But yeah, I feel like they kind of. I noticed they really don't. I mean, they could have focused a little bit more on story rather than just focusing on like cool boss fights. And there's a big problem I have with boss fights in this game is that there's no. I feel like because it's a Batman game, there should be some strategy towards it. Because I remember, okay, I didn't play all Arkham games, but I played. I played mostly Batman Arkham Asylum. I didn't finish it, but I played it a lot, and there was never like just fight the villain and win. You had to come up with a strategy to beat, because you couldn't with Bane. Bane's a good example. You couldn't just fight him. You couldn't just fight him because he's big strong. You had to, like, he was charging. You had to throw battering. He gets stunned. Attack him. Cut his tube. Do that again. Beat him up, and get him. And that was, I feel like if it was Spider-Man game, I get it because in Spider-Man, I mean, there is some strategy, but like it's not as much as Batman because Batman's a master strategist. But I feel like they could have done a little bit more because honestly, the whole thing was just like hit, dodge everything, and then hit, which I don't mind that. I just felt like they could have been a little more creative with the boss fights. And another thing was I felt like they could, okay, I think gadgets. They could have had more gadgets. Like honestly, they could have had like. I remember also previous. Okay, I'm not again. I'm not trying to like compare it to other games. I'm not trying to compare it to other games. I'm just saying, because it's a Batman game, it kind of should have had more gadgets because Batman really focuses on gadgets. It's not like a really big deal to me, but it still could have had more gadgets. And also, although the game is fun, grinding, you can really grind a lot in this game. Grinding is a big factor in this game. And also, and okay, so things I would improve on: be more creative with the story, be more creative with the boss fights, not have Talia Ghul be. I don't mind fighting Talia Ghul. I just don't think she be the main thing. Also Talia Ghul. I forgot to talk. I like Talia Ghul, and you watch my Gotham Knights videos, you know that I like Talia Ghul. So, looking back, the betrayal is kind of obvious, because I think they could have made it. But ways they could have made it better was that they should have, like the characters like trust him. The main Gotham Knights trust her because throughout the game they didn't even trust her, and then think about it, they didn't even trust her. Why should I trust her? And then she betrayed them. And then even when she betrayed us, like, they weren't even so surprised. It would have been better if, like, they developed relationships. Talia developed relationships. Like, maybe she came to the Batcave or something. Like, make it more personal. Like, make it more personal. So, like, the betrayal, like, kind of stings you more. Obviously, the betrayal stung me, but that's just because I like Talia Ghul. Like, and honestly, I did like the Bruce Wayne fight because it was unpredictable and it was really fun. And really, it didn't make Batman look weak because I was afraid it's like okay when I was doing it's like okay Red's gonna beat Batman, but like that would never happen. But they didn't really make him look weak, so that's good. So um with honestly, I felt like they could have had like developed things more with the characters because it kind of felt like another Batman mission that'll get resolved and then everyone will be happy, kind of I guess. Which I think they could have been a little more creative. That's the big problem. My big problem with Gotham Knights. It could have been more creative. They could have been more creative because this is a really unique story that they have. The Batman dying and throw four Gotham Knights protecting the city without him. They could have dove a little more into that, and I feel like the death didn't really affect them as much as it should have, because it felt like okay, we need to solve Batman's next case, but I feel like they could have developed they could have like have a mission where like they kind of fail and then they talk with each other and then some of them like let's say Red Hood gets angry because Bruce is dead, and like they could have had more dramatic things because obviously stuff like this should be a little more dramatic since literally Batman died. It's gonna be dramatic, and they did explore that a little bit with the cutscenes, but the cutscene I think the cutscene didn't do enough for me because I feel like it should like cutscenes were cool to watch, but I feel like they should have added some stuff to the actual story, like because again throughout the story they start they're at the beginning from beginning to end of the exact they don't really change with attitudes. Oh, and also leaving room for a sequel because it's still like Natalia might be back, Coral is still out there, they have a new leader. I don't think they're gonna make a sequel. I don't think the game's gonna do well enough for them to do a sequel. No one's really asking for a sequel. I wouldn't mind a sequel. I just don't know what I like. Okay, let's say they make a sequel. What would they do? Hopefully, Talia al Ghul is not the main thing again. I doubt Coral will also be a main thing. I doubt both of them will be main things. And I don't know. Let's say like the Joker's the main villain or something. Really, they can if they're gonna improvements again improvements. Be more creative. More creative. Just honestly, I'm gonna say it a bunch. Be more. They could have been more creative. The story. But overall, I like the game. The game is fun. I'm not trying to say the game is bad because the game was fun. I like this game. I had fun playing it. I had fun doing it on the channel. And this is kind of like the first full on game that I fully on completed on the channel. So clap it up, clap it up. And yeah, I know you guys are thinking about The Witcher right now. If you guys really want to see it, let me know in the comments. If you really want to see because if I see that you guys really want to see The Witcher, I will play The Witcher. I will try, and I will probably rage a lot, but I will do it for you guys. I will do it for you guys. But you better be subscribed because I'm not listening if you just like I'm not subscribed, then you just tell me to play Witcher and I'm subscribed. But I feel like I can talk about this for like another 30 minutes, and I don't want to do that. So, overall, thumbs up. Improvements? There could have been more improvements. I guess the game was a little overhyped. I mean, not overhyped. I wouldn't say overhyped. I think a lot of expectations were high and they weren't met as much. But I like the game. And honestly, I'm probably still gonna play like obviously off camera. I mean, I have played it off camera. It's a very high grinding game. I would recommend it. If you're looking for a creating story, no, not really. But if you're looking for like a challenge of fighting, if you play Spider-Man and you really enjoyed that and you like fighting games in general, you should probably get this game. It'll be a fun experience. But it's not one of my favorite games, but it's really a really fun game that I will remember this game, obviously. And hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, click the notification bell to become Valiant. Hope you guys enjoyed. Valiant out. I'm gonna miss Gotham Knights.